Apparently, last video, I guess, I mispaid Beef for the album. There was one, maybe two comments letting me know of this injustice, so let's fix it. AC/DC, back in black. All right, let's fix this. Okay, so yeah, there's my 5 diamonds, so apparently it's blocks we have to pay in. So there we go. We paid him in blocks, debt paid. Pyrotechnics, doing well as always. A little bit at the iron shop, I'll take it. And color complete. Oh, with the big win, bringing in, what is that, 82 diamonds right now? Mostly the light gray and the black poppies over there. Just making a killing. I gotta split this with Impulse. So today is gonna be amazing, all right? And I know I say that a lot, but I am very, very excited about what we're gonna do today. We are gonna build 2 new farms in the nether. One is gonna be the Hoglin farm, which I told you about last episode, I think. And it's gonna be, that thing is just ridiculously overpowered. It's super simple to make. Everyone needs to make one in their world. The second farm, we're going to build right inside here, and it's going to fit just barely. This one, I am incredibly excited about. I think I've spent about 8 hours or so designing this thing in a creative world, and I want to build it in survival today. It's going to blow your mind. So let's do this. Might as well get started. Let's do the Hoglin farm first, and to do this one now, I got to go find the warped jungle warp. This is the crimson forest. I gotta find the warped one, and I know there's one. Here we go. This green stuff here, which is great. Okay, I gotta get a whole bunch of this stuff right here. Hi, Piggly Wigglies. Are we cool? I'm wearing gold. You like me? I know some of these new blocks, like the hoe is the way to go. Okay, it's the Levy stuff there that use the hoe on. This stuff is still just good old pick. Okay, I'm okay with that. Let's get like 30 or 40 of this. So back here at the gold/barter farm of supreme amazingness, this thing is just absolutely killing it here. Watch, check it out, check it out. Like, oh, you need some crying obsidian? How about some regular obsidian? How about 4 double chests of nether brick? Gravel? You need gravel? How about 5 double chests of gravel? Maybe some quartz for free. Maybe 2.5 double chests. This is ridiculous. The thing has been just crazy pumping out gold here, like nuts. And I also, let me show you what's going on down here. Well, 2 things. One, I extended the farm because I wasn't exactly hitting mob caps, so I extended it out the back here a little bit, which sadly is a little inefficient because the guys that spawn back there have to walk like all the way over here, and they get bored with life on their way here. That's like a long journey and stuff. But anyways, it works fine, and it definitely increased the rates of the farm. So this thing is just absolutely killing it. And I cleaned up the disaster in the back here that was that minecart shenanigan pickup system of extreme failure. Yeah, that's all fixed now, and we're basically just back to a normal hopper trading system, and I just slowed the trading down a little bit. The rates are perfect now. It's trading at the rate at which hoppers can pick up. In other words, the output of bartering is exactly what hoppers can keep up with. So, and that's fine because getting gold is still your limiter here, but this thing is great. Hey, little guy, those are some shiny little boots you got there. Who'd you steal those from? Oh, he evades. Not anymore. So now you remember last episode, the reason we built this here, we got the giant gold farm up there. The reason we built here is because we wanted to do a double farm. And this right here is the boundary between Crimson Forest on this side. You can see by the little red floaty bits there. And the Nether Waste on this side. Nether Waste is great for gold farms. Crimson Forest is what you need for a Hoglin farm. So I'm going to build a little slice of it up in the sky. So we now have a way to get essentially one of the best foods in the game, that being cooked pork, for almost free. Like, this is the extent of the farm. All you got to do is take some of this warp fungi right here, just place some of it like that, some of this over here like this, like that, some of that. Okay, hoglins now spawn in the Crimson Forest, which is what we are in now. Okay, so they'll spawn anywhere on these iron blocks. They'll even spawn on this stuff here. Okay, they are afraid of these warped fungi things, wherever they are. Okay, and they're just like, I gotta get away, and they run. And again, with the trapdoor trick, which is just so insanely useful, they try and cross over this boundary here, and floop, they just fall down. Okay, all we gotta do now is put down a little lava catcher, because hoglins, even though they spawn in the nether, are not immune to lava. In fact, they are very tasty when dropped in lava. So I'm about to do a little live stream action over on Twitch TV/TangoTech, and I think I'm going to build this out, extend it down a little bit, put in these little funnel things, put in the hopper collectors and the lava burnification and all this stuff so they can eat their tasty flesh. Now, there's one other thing I want to do here today, and that is get some ancient debris. How do I am lost. I'm gonna die. There's a way now. There was a spot I picked. Oh, maybe it's down here. And then, swoop. Yeah. I don't know where it is. I'm lost. There it is. There it is. Okay, so there's this little... Okay. Anything in there? Nothing. Garbage. We got one of these little abandoned ancient portal things or whatever. Those are kind of neat. Right below me, down at Y15, I did do some ancient debris diggificating. Let me see if I can... oh, I don't like flying through all this. Okay, I think it's right over here. Let me drop down here. Deploy the wings. Oh, smooth landing. Okay, yeah, this is all me. All these tunnels I did, just basic strip mining, one block apart. Oh, I need some health because I'm going to die. Okay, and I got, what did I get? Where was it? Let's see. I got valuables. Yes, right there. Some of this, that. 35 ancient debris. That's pretty good, all right? But I want more, and what I want to do is test out the TNT theory, right? There's three theories. There's strip mining, which a lot of people subscribe to. They say that's the best one. There's laying down just TNT like every 7 blocks or so and then just blowing up a whole thing. I think I'm going to try that. Etho promises me that's the best way to do it. And then there's the bed technique, but that's just crazy sauce, and I don't even want to try that because that's just too slow. Even though it makes the biggest boom booms, beds are just too slow. So what I want to do is get a whole bunch of TNT and just light up these areas and see how much more debris we get. Then we're back. The live stream is over just like that. We had a lot of fun. And let me show you what we got here. Let me show you. I got like another, what is it, like 30, 35, another almost 40 more ancient debris doing the TNT thing. Are we good? I opened a chest a few seconds ago. Are we cool? We're cool. All right. Yeah, check it out. Look, we got these like just massive tunnels all the way down here. We got one there. We got one here. Oh, hi, Hoggies. But we're gonna do one more because I'm gonna show you how this works. It's pretty amazing. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely better than the bed technique because you could just light up a whole tunnel right away. So let's find a new area that we haven't really. We did a little bit right here even. Let's go arbitrary. Hi, whoa! He's coming very fast with his floppy ears. Look at their ears. Did you see his ears flopping in the breeze there? Oh, he's changed his mind. Look at this little guy. Oh, he's sad now. He's sad because he took an arrow in the face. Come on, everything's fine. Yeah, see? Okay, anyways. Their ears are great. Okay, let's find a spot right here. After much science, this is the area right here. We're going to dig all the way this way. Uh-oh, digging gold. And, yeah, kids don't do this at home because this is dangerous running through the nether on super dig speed. We're going to dig a long tunnel here. We're going to get it all lit up with TNT, and we're going to blow it up. Placing the TNT. Prepare for the boom booms. Here we go. Light them up. Hopefully, we should just get a good chain reaction here. I've been playing with the spacing here. I'm not sure what the best option is. Oh, yeah. I think my spacing is too close, believe it or not. When they're too close, it kind of blows out the netherrack of the next one and it falls. There we go. There we go. All the way down. No. Oh. Thank you, Totem. Well, that was fun. Okay, so let's count it up. In this tunnel, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a nice little 3 cluster there. 5 and 6. 6 it is. Not bad. And back to the Hoglin farm now. This thing is like the simplest little farm. You could build this in probably 10, 15 minutes. This thing is great. Look, they don't know how to, they can't figure it out. There you go. In and dunked. It's so good. I don't think, I originally put light in here because I thought light was going to stop piglins from spawning, but they're still spawning enemies, but that's okay. That's okay. This farm really is not about efficiency because you just get so much food from it. More than you could ever possibly eat. So that's it. You basically got some work fungus over here, the double trapdoors here. The piglins are a little bit too fat, like I said, so they sometimes have to go back and forth a few times, but if they make it across, then they're just scared of that work fungus over there and they come right back. But like this is it. This little simple farm here, and check it out. Look, let's see if we can see how much we already got. Climb. Okay, we've already got like I think I've AFK'd here for easily less than an hour already, and I've already got just more. Like it's just ridiculous. So say goodbye to the water tower splat egg chicken farm because I have turned it off. I killed all the chickens up inside here, so we shouldn't be getting any more chickens coming out of here because honestly, obsolete, pork is better. All right, let's get to the good stuff here and the big project for the day. The 2 blocks in front of me here, these are the 2 new fungus blocks in 1.16 in the nether update, and they're amazing. Basically, these grew up to be big and strong fungus, giant fungus things, but they're basically trees, okay? And the trees make fungus stems, but they're essentially wood. You can make anything you want out of them that you can make wood out of, and there's a whole new plethora of block selections and everything from these stems, so they're basically amazing, okay? You've got your warped fungus and your crimson fungus. Obviously, I'm partial to the crimson fungus, but I love them both. They both provide a new amazing block palette. But what's amazing about these things is that we can make a fully, and I mean fully, AFK automatic tree farm out of these things. We don't have to stand there and plant. We don't have to run any right-click macros. We just stand there and watch. So for starters, let's grow these guys up, okay? They grow, when you hit them with bone meal, they grow between 4 and 26 blocks tall, okay? Generally, they're in this size range right here, though. You got your stems right here. You got your fungus, whatever this stuff is over here, I think. Let me see, what is it? I don't even know what this is. This is, oh, that's the warped wart and then the crimson wart. These are nice looking blocks. And then, of course, you got the shroom lights inside there, which are fantastic, too. We want to harvest all this stuff. So there's plenty more magic with these little blocks here. If you have a plain old vanilla piece of netherrack and it is adjacent to or diagonal to one of these fungi source blocks, the, what are these called? Warped nylium or crimson nylium, it'll turn into it. So you're going to hit it with bone meal, bam, no problem. Hit it over here, bam, no problem. And that is important because, like, if you plant a tree on top of this, obviously just like, it works just like grass. The grass will eventually turn back into dirt, as just like this will turn back into regular netherrack, but we can repair it by having another piece next to it, okay? Now the other magic is if you just hit this, just like grass, it'll grow some kind of like little fungi things on top of it, okay? And if you keep hitting it long enough, eventually you're gonna get, wait for it, at any moment now, so there we go. You get a little fungus plant, okay? And this guy is magical because now if you hit him with bone meal, he obviously grows up into a tree. So what this means is we can have a dispenser facing against this block and a dispenser facing against that block, just firing bone meal, and it will turn the block into nylium if it needs to. It will grow stems on top of it occasionally, and then it'll grow those stems into trees. All fully automatic. I almost forgot. I need lots of obsidian for this project. You know, should I make this all out of crying? Do I want a purple glowing tree farm? That might be a bit obnoxious. I think we'll stick with regular obsidian here right now. Go away, stuff. Are you ready for more magic? Are you ready? Are you ready for more magic? Because check this out, all right? Here's another thing we got going on here. Bam, right? Obsidian, any block you want. Place it right there. This tree don't care. This tree don't care at all. Bam! We go right through anything you place. It just keeps on going. He's like, yeah, that's fine. I'll ignore those blocks and keep going right through. And we are going to totally use this to our advantage because we're going to have a collection area up here and we're going to grow the stems down there into trees, and it's just going to be amazing. I know. You're probably just absolutely blown away by the fountain of knowledge I'm spraying in your face right now, okay? You're thinking to yourself, wow, Tango, this is amazing knowledge you're giving me here. I had no idea these things existed about 1.16, all right? And if that's not the case, please pretend it is. Because we got one more thing now that I think this is the key to this whole project, all right? I spent quite a while trying to figure out how to make a good tree farm, and I do have to say I have to give credit to RaysWorks. If you guys haven't checked out RaysWorks, I'll try to leave a link in the description to his channel. He's brilliant. He's amazing. He makes pretty much all the best stuff. He does a lot of live streams and stuff. He's a great guy. I was inspired a lot by his tree farm in mind, but the one I came up with is more or less all my own here. And there's one magic thing that we're going to do here that I haven't seen done yet that is introduced in version 1.16. Now, you remember previously in the episode, like a whopping 2.5 minutes ago or something, we went and got a whole bunch of this ancient debris stuff, right? And you're thinking, wait a minute, Tango, you're not wearing any of that newfangled nether purple-ish stuff, right? No, I don't got any of that, all right? Because we got this netherite, not for armor, not for tools. No, we got it for redstone. Hold on, Tango. Did you just say you're going to use ancient debris in redstone? Yes. Yes, we are. Lots of it. Because check it out, all right? This is incredible. This is groundbreaking. This block right here, other than being super fancy, hard to get, and, you know, make fancy armor, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. No one cares about that stuff, right? It is, to my knowledge, the first block in the game that has two properties. One, it can be pushed by a piston. And number two, it is completely indestructible. And just to clarify real quick, when I say pushable by a piston, I mean attachable to a sticky piston and retractable. Obviously, like an anvil and stuff, you could push by a piston and stuff, but I mean attachable to a sticky piston like that. So this block is amazing, okay? And we're going to use this to do something pretty interesting here, which is blow up the trees from the inside out, okay? You guys know me, right? I refuse to use TNT dupers. I hate them. I think they're broken, and I don't look kindly upon anyone that uses them, to be perfectly honest, all right? So I had to redesign a farm that was going to be much more conscious and much more efficient with the TNT uses, okay? I can't drop TNT, like 5 TNT around the outsides and everything, just to blow up one tree. I have to do it just right with precision. So what we're going to do is we're going to grow 4 trees just like this in this pattern here, okay? And these guys, you know, they're going to grow all that wart and all their leafy stuff and everything. It's going to get everywhere, okay? So it's basically just a solid mass of blocks. But what we can do with this now is we can, once the trees grow up, we can push it like that, okay? Bam. And now what we have here is standing right here, all the way up 26 blocks is a column where we can drop TNT right down into it, and boom, from the inside. So what I built here is kind of like a mock-up of the heart and soul of this entire tree farm here, okay? And I'm going to tear this all down in a second because this is, you know, obviously there's a tremendous amount more redstone that's going to go into all this that I will spare you guys, but I want to try and show you guys how this thing works just so you can better appreciate what's going on here. So inside here, you can see we have the 4 nyliums that we're going to grow the fungus on. And again, this works for the warped green variety as well as red. I'm just going to be using red for today. You'll see each one of these has 2 dispensers, one pointing into the nylium block and one pointing into where the fungus will be. Now, as the trees grow up, obviously, sometimes, like I was saying, that's going to turn into regular nether brick again, but this block in the middle here will allow it to turn back to nylium once it's hit with bone meal, okay? So these guys here are just bone meal all day, every day, all right? Now, as this top dispenser is spitting out bone meal at a super crazy fast rate, it's going to be growing some of those other weeds and some of that crap every once in a while. So what we got to do is we're going to be like tick, 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 like maybe 3 times or so, and then this block right here will pull downward, okay? And that will break whatever junk fern is on there that we don't want. What we're waiting for is this guy right here. When this guy comes, then those 1 or 2, 3 ticks of bone meal will turn this into a stem and it will grow upwards, okay? And you'll notice now there's all hoppers above there, but that's because we can grow the tree right through the hoppers and make an amazing collection area up there, okay? However, that does mean we also are going to have some stems. We're going to have 4 stems where these 4 fungus are right now. The actual stem of the tree will be there. And we obviously got to get those out of there so that we can grow more on the next, the next round, essentially. So what we've got is some pistons here, okay? These guys right here are going to be extended, okay? So when these guys grow up and they turn into solid blocks after that, these will retract, and then these guys right below will push up. So that'll push the stem block up through the hoppers. You'll notice we have 4 holes here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's where the used stems or the old stems are going to start coming up. So as more TNT is falling, breaking the trees we just made, it's also going to be breaking stems from the previous trees. And that's pretty much it. So, I mean, obviously there's also going to be a tall stack of sticky pistons with the ancient debris on them. And that's going to be to push like an air block, an air tunnel or an air column right here for the TNT to fall down and blow up the 4 trees. Hopefully there's 4 trees. It depends on timing and randomness. There could be less and stuff. But it's going to fall right down the middle and we're going to blow up the trees from the bottom. So we're going to drop 2 TNT, one right at the bottom and one we're going to time just right to explode kind of like right around there or so. So now I'm going to tear this down and build the real thing, and I will spare you guys all the tremendous amount of redstone and all those details that go into it. And we'll see it working when it's done. Behold the fungus tree chopificator thing. It's done. It's done. I have no idea if it works yet, but oh man, I am pretty proud of this thing. Well, we'll see how proud I am if it works or not, but the only thing left to do here is put in the expensive stuff. You see right in here, we've got, I'll kind of go over a little bit of this here, and by a little bit, I probably mean all of it. we have, this is the blow-upification chamber here, okay? The TNT will land on the anvil and blow up. And the reason the anvil's there is so that you can get a little bit of down blast and maybe blast some of these logs. These 4 blocks, this is where the trees get pushed up through the floor. And the actual new trees will grow there, and there, okay? We're going to put the ancient debris right like this, okay? And all the way up. So this is going to push a block out and basically make an air column right here. You can see the TNT is going to fall right down there. And again, we're going to have one blast right there, which should blow out the whole bottom part. And then another one blow up like right around this height up here, which should take out the tops of the trees. Obviously, if we get like a 20 block tree or whatever, we're not even going to bother because they're so rare. It's just going to build up over there. So down on the bottom here, 90% of this is just timings and everything to make everything run at the rates and stuff. You know, how many times to pulse the bone meal, how many times to pull the floor out, what's the delay for a tree to grow, all that stuff. Just, you know, getting all those tweaked. But you'll see we went with a hopper collection floor for a couple reasons. One, I think it kind of looks cool, but two, you get so much extra like growth of the stuff in here that if you try and do a water flow, the water flow just constantly gets disrupted and everything. So we went with waterlog slabs on top of hoppers, obviously the waterlog there to keep the demolition down. And then we split the hopper output. You can see right here, based on the arrows on my hoppers, half the items go out that side and half the items go out that side. That's because if we tried to put it all out through one system, it just overflows the hopper. So we had to split it up. So we have basically a sorting system there and a sorting system there for the, well, somewhere up there is the stems, which is essentially the logs, and the shroom lights or lightificators or whatever they're called. These things. Yeah, shroom lights, which I really like. Those two are being saved. Everything else is being dumped over into a composter, which is then being put back up into the system. So I don't know if it'll supply enough to keep it going, but it'll definitely help. It's going to provide at least half the bone meal I need. Then we even have another little bone meal maker down here. I may pipe this one up eventually, but inside there we have hopper mine carts that are picking up a lot of the debris that is, that gets pulled out when this thing pops up and down there. So I think we're ready to give this thing a try. Up top here is all of the timings basically to fire out to drop 2 TNT with just the precise timings, I hope, so that, like I said, the first one lands on the anvil and the second one is a little bit above it. I want to test this out first though before turning the machine on, because there's a good chance that this might blow things up. I got 1 stack in there now, and well, let's just see what happens, I suppose. I hear sizzle. It's being held. It dropped. Uh-oh. That did not look good at all. That did not look good at all. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Around there into that. That should do the first one. It should also, that does nothing. That goes down. Okay, I think the second one, let's see here. I'm gonna watch these repeaters here. Pull out. Oh. Oh, what's going on? I got issues. Figures. Problem number 1 had nothing to do with the design. It had to do with my test button. I put a wooden button instead of a stone button, and I think the pulse was down too long, and it kept this blah, 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 blah. All right, here we go. First one drop. Should drop right on top of the anvil. Second one should be a little bit higher. Oh, stutter. That was weird. Like, falling objects don't do well, but I think that one was shorter. I think we're probably good, and more importantly, nothing blew up. And I should mention, of course, in case it's not obvious, this is where the ancient debris is helping, right? If I dropped TNT there and that block there was anything other than ancient debris or a block of ancient, whatever the composite thing is, whatever, boom, blow up all the, it's just, oh, sadness everywhere. And this whole concept wouldn't be possible. By the way, I forgot to mention, I was going to put it inside the red tower where the sugarcane farm and the bamboo farm were. It basically just didn't fit. It was like 4 blocks too tall. So that's how we brought it out here with the concrete maker and stuff. But anyways, you guys have been patient. How about we turn this thing on? And I cannot tell you how terrified I am because, not that the rates might not be good. I'm just afraid that this entire thing is going to blow up. And that would make me very, very, very sad. But we got to turn it on sooner or later. So here we go. I'm going to flick the switch and then we're going to fly up there to try and see if stuff is growing and if it gets blown up and all this stuff. Go. This has literally not been tested. Oh, okay, it grew. That's good. TNT fall. Okay, it's still growing. TNT should have fallen by now. I think. Oh, there it goes. Okay. And drop. There it goes. Oh, that's weird. It should have made it to the bottom. The second piece. Okay, there it is. Bam. Oh. Okay, there is a lot, and I gotta stress this, there is a lot of waste in this. A lot of stuff gets stuck on the blocks, gets stuck on the anvil, and that's okay. That's totally fine. Okay, here we go. Wave 2. Drop. I think that's hitting on the anvil, and I think it's just a visual glitch. Yeah. Oh, look at that. The timings are perfect. I am very satisfied with that tree distribution death right there. I don't even know what I just said there, but that killed that tree very well. Here we go. Here we go. Dropping. Yes. Number 2. I might need to, I don't know. Missed a lot in the middle that time, but it's, oh look, more trees are growing. This is so much fun to watch. Here goes. Good. A lot of stuff collected there. A lot of stuff. Oh, this is so good. Okay, let's see how the Happy Happy's doing here. Like, okay, yeah. See, this is my concern. Here's all the items coming in here. I have to make sure that this doesn't back up, and I think it might. How are we doing? Oh, because the filters haven't filled up yet. Okay, logs should be coming in shortly. Like, literally the next log. Once this log gets, here, let's just shoop a doodle there, and those logs should, there we go. Okay, so the filter's working, and let's put the stems out there. That should be filling this up. Yep, when that hits 41, those will flow down. Okay, so trees are actively collecting, and hold on over here now. I'm amazed. Okay, there's a little bit of nonsense falling out the bottom here, but that's okay. Look at, you can see inside there. Bone meal action happening. Closes off. Booms come down. Oh, the timings are perfect. Okay, now you can watch this composter here, and this is just cranking out bone meal. Every item that comes through there, all that wart or whatever it is like an 85% chance of making compost, and then it just shoots right back up through the dropper here and back into the system. Yes. Okay, down here underneath, I wanted to show you guys how this thing's working. You can see all 4 Nylium are trying to grow trees. We got 2, 3 right there all of a sudden, real fast. We're still trying to grow a 4th one over there. It's not looking like it's getting a fungus, and that's the case. We rarely get 4 trees. The bone meal stops. The TNT is dropping. 1, 2, and then you'll watch all these trees, boom, boom, pulled out and then lifted up, and now we're trying to grow more. We got 1 there on the front right, trying to grow some in the back, and you're just waiting for those fungus to pop up. Boom, got 1 in the back left. So generally, you get like 2 trees per wave. Then the bone meal stops. There it goes. Wait for the TNT. 2 explosions, and then the trunks will get pulled out and pushed up again to start the next wave. Well, it is, I don't know, maybe like an hour or so later, and well, let me just show you what's going on here. We got a little something going on here. We got all kinds of shroom lights. We have crimson stems, and that's just half of it, because the other half is over here with more crimson stems, more shroom lights, and just this thing is moving great. I love it. I did have to tweak some of the timings and everything, because I couldn't, even with dual hopper output, I could not keep up. The hoppers were just getting overflowed. So I just turned the system down a little bit, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine, right? It's fine. So there we have it. That will do it for today. Ow! That will do it for today, guys. I love building these kind of things. I had so much fun doing this one. Hope you guys appreciated this video. If you do, hit that like button as always. I would appreciate that. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what questions you might have. I will do my best to answer them. But until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Goodbye.